Hey everyone, Damien Dudovic here from the Tadima Network once more, bringing you another Dawn of War Soulstorm replay, and this time it's on the Fata Morgana map. So it's a 1 versus 1 map, and yeah, we've got Space Marines commanded by Sakrag versus the Tau commanded by Twist Killer. So yeah, I know I haven't made a couple of replays in a while, but yeah, I guess I'm a bit busy with other things on the Tadima Network instead. So just have a look at the opening builds for these two races. For the Space Marines, we've got a pretty standard build of barracks and a few scout squads. They seem to be sending one scout squad out early to harass. And for the Tau, we've got pretty regular build as well. Power plant, barracks, they're building a Tau commander. And looks like they haven't gone for the Vespids, so pretty standard play indeed. The opening unit for the barracks unit, should I say, for the Space Marines is the Force Commander, and yeah, as you can see, they're putting down their own plasma generator as well. So we're just not seeing too much happening at the moment, but in a minute we'll see how well the Scouts harass pays off. So, by the looks of it though, they might be able to decap this point. Unfortunately, oh, there you go. Okay, good. I was hoping Sakrag would have noticed that. So yeah, doing a pretty good job harassing and decapping a point so far. For whatever reason, the Tau. Okay, yep, they're building a list post on the other point. So yeah, Space Marines did manage to delay the income of the Tau player for a while, and yeah, they also managed to see that Tau is using Vespids as well, so they'll get a bit of advanced warning about that too. And interestingly enough, they're also building their own armory, so it's a bit of an interesting build. I don't usually see Space Marines building a Force Commander and an armory at the same time, but yeah, there you go, for whatever reason they're doing that. So yeah, chances are they're probably going to get some sort of upgrade for the Commander, so whether it'll be the Force Weapon upgrade or the Plasma Pistol upgrade, we'll probably see something for him. Because yeah, the Space Marine player has certainly drained his resource reserves on building on these buildings. So we should see what he's going to do. Doesn't seem to be building any upgrades though, so maybe he's actually going to go for a Assault Space Marine squad. And as for the Tau, we're not seeing too much building going on. It looks like, yeah, they're just pushing ahead with their initial force of Vespids and Tau Commander. So yeah, as you can see, they're starting to harass the first listing posts they encounter. I just wonder if they're going to try to dedicate themselves to that attack, but it seems like they're not going to. So yeah, retreating wisely as the Force Commander goes to try to, well, tear them a new one, so to speak. It looks like Scout Marines have also been drawn off their points. That's going to hurt the the Space Marines' resources actually, so it's not going to be too good. And as you can see, yeah, Vespids have gone and started attacking another point. As you can see, they've just put down the Rending Claws ability, so they're actually going to be doing quite a bit of damage to that building. They might even go down if the Space Marines don't do anything about it, which will seem to be the case. Although they are sending their own Assault Space Marine squad, but it is a bit too late for that to happen though. They are sending in a builder unit to repair, but probably not going to see... Yeah, there we go, it's just gone down. So yeah, unfortunately the Vespids did manage to take down a listing post, and the Tau Commander has done a pretty good job in harassing the Space Marines on the east flank, or right flank. Yeah. And yeah, finally Space Marines have decided to get the Plasma Pistol upgrade as well, and yeah, as you can see, the Assault Space Marines are just chasing away those Vespid Stingwings, but unfortunately they've already done their damage. From what I can see, we've got another barracks unit coming out from the Tau, so we've got their fancy schmancy Fire Warriors. And yeah, Tau Commander just doing a bit of damage as well. So we've seen some pretty good play from both players actually so far. But I'd say at the moment the Tau player is just about coming on top really. In fact, if we compare their income, Tau's got 80 to 10 and Space Marine's only has 50 to 10. And yeah, as you can see, they've still got units on the Space Marine's doorstep, so it's not going to help too much. And yeah, they've managed to do a bit of damage to the Space Marines as well, unfortunately. Space Marine, or should I say Scout Marines, are going to go into melee, but it's not going to help them too much. They don't do too much damage in melee, actually. So yeah, interestingly, Fire Warriors are actually going to be able to kill them off. So you go, nice little sync kill animation there. They call them sync kills for, I don't know, synchronized kills I suppose. We've got another unit coming down by the Space Marines. This time it's the Assault Marine squad, and orchestra units going down for the tower, but yeah, they've got quite a bit on the field already, so it looks like Tower have pretty much got this in the bag. And as because you can see they just started training a Fire Warrior team that destroyed a builder, and now they're going to work on that listing post. So Soul Space Marines doing a pretty good job jumping in the middle of the Fire Warrior squad. Will they do anything about the snare trap? No, it doesn't look like it, so if the Tower player is going to do what I think they're going to do, they'll probably get those Fire Warriors to walk past the snare trap now that it's gone invisible to the Space Marine player. And what do you know? Actually, the Tower Commander actually acted as a bait in that case. So unfortunately, the Space Marines aren't doing too much damage to the Tower. Tower doing a pretty good job of dancing his units around. His Tower Commander is about to die though, so they managed to do it that at the very least. God. And yeah, they managed to kill off the snare trap before it could take any effect. And yeah, we're seeing some a pretty significant army developing in the form of Fire Warriors of the Tower. So that's going to be a bit of a worry for the Space Marines, even with 2 Assault Space Marine squads. So we'll just see if there's anything else going down. Nope. Tower building a couple of power plants. And they also just destroyed one of the listing posts of the Space Marines. Space Marines going to Tier 2. So by the looks of it, Space Marines at the very least will reach Tier 2 before the Tower does. So provided they can last that long, we might be able to see hopefully some sort of a counterattack from the Space Marines. Perhaps with, I'm not entirely sure what they could really deploy. I mean, they've got the Force Commander with a Plasma Pistol. They could deploy Space Marine squads and then give them heavy weapons, but it's going to cost quite a few resources to get that off the ground. They seem to have invested most of the resources in, all of the resources really, in the Force Commander and the Assault Space Marines. And going to Tier 2, it'll bring a couple of upgrades, damage and health upgrades for the Assault Space Marines, but unfortunately, yeah, they won't be able to do too much damage against the Tower unless the Tower decides to stand still, which yeah, they've decided to do for a couple of seconds. So one of the Tower has gotten beat back so hard he actually fell into the mountains. So that's just how powerful the Assault Space Marines are. As you can see, they're giving chase to the other Tower, but Tower Fire Warriors, but the Tower player is doing a pretty good job in keeping them running around. So the snare trap usage is a little bit badly timed really. I mean, they're going to avoid that snare trap entirely, but in any case, yeah, we have the Assault Space Marines retreating. Vespid's... Oh, that's interesting. The Vespid squad's almost been completely killed off, so they retreated it just in time though. Got another Fire Warrior squad coming out for the Tower. And here we go, we might actually see the final battle of the game, given that we're past the halfway mark, and it looks like a pretty short game. So we've got the Assault Space Marines and the Force Commander going down, coming in, should I say. Got a snare trap going down. Assault Space Marines doing a pretty good job, acting as a bit of a living wall against those Fire Warriors. So it looks like they're using the Force Commander as a range support. In fact, I think they were pretty much using the Force Commander only for range support. I don't know, maybe it could have... Space Marine player could have done a better job with using just that regular Space Marine squad for damage, as it for range damage, but well, in either case, he's managed to keep his Force Commander alive, which is not too bad actually. So yeah, Fire Warriors have managed to retreat, and looks like there's one squad stranded, and yeah, that's Tower Commander is just being chased by Space Marine Commander there and the Assault Space Marines. But yeah, as you can see, they started retreating once they got to the main Tower force. Unfortunately, it looks like the armor is going to go down for the Space Marines. Do have a Tier 2 unit finally going down for them, which would be the Chaplain. And yep, you heard right, that's the warning that the Tower will actually win in about 4 minutes time, because they hold, let's see, middle and the right critical. So unfortunately, I don't know, Space Marines are in the best position really to, I suppose they could send a Scout Marine squad to decap, but In terms of army versus army combat, we've seen the Space Marines doing pretty badly, actually. And by the looks of it, the chaplain has come out, so hopefully he'll be able to help a bit with his healing aura and his extra range damage as well. Space Marines might want to capture that upgrade on the listening post because it's not going to be alive for too long to use the fortified position add-on. Unfortunately, it's just gone down. So yeah, that's quite a few resources that have just been wasted, unfortunately. Just see what else we have happening.
3 minutes.
Okay, so we've got the general bionics, otherwise known as the health upgrade, going down for the Space Marines. So that means their Space Marine squads and their Assault Space Marine squads will get better health. And we've got nice Roberto going down in the middle. So yeah, Tau getting shredded a bit actually, although they have managed to retreat pretty well. So yeah, as I suspected, they're using the commanders only for range support, so I'd say they could have done a better job maybe using a regular Space Marine squad for range support and maybe put the chaplain in the middle of that, because yeah, as you can see, he doesn't have much health for a commander unit, and yeah, he can be picked off, or rather singled out and then picked off pretty quickly. So finally got the skull probe coming in for the Space Marines. Not entirely sure why they were sitting in here. Maybe they thought that, you know, they would get a sneak attack by the stealth suits on the right flank, but yeah, look, turns out it actually happens on the left instead. So unfortunately, yeah, the skull probe has just got killed off as well. And yeah, if the Space Marines went with regular Space Marine squads, then they'd be able to do things like, yeah, attach the commanders to them, attach the skull probe to them, so they won't be able to get picked off so easily. And yeah, I'd say in general it might have been a better idea, given that the Tau seems to have gone pretty heavy on ranged firepower, so haven't seen any Kroot warriors or anything like that coming out. And yeah, we're seeing a vehicle beacon come out instead, so yeah, they're certainly going heavy on ranged, and this will probably be the last battle of the game. I'm not entirely sure if the Space Marines can turn it at this point, but they do have quite a few Assault Space Marines, so it depends on whether the Tau warriors can actually dance out of the way. We got one Tau Fire Warrior squad on the left actually getting torn a bit to shreds. They've left them standing around for a bit too long. But yeah, as you can see, they're moving them back as well. And yeah, here come the Stinglings as well, the Vespid Stinglings, to add a bit of melee damage to the swarm. So it looks like they're sacrificing a Tau Fire Warrior squad. Maybe that was just bad marker in his path. But yeah, it looks like they're managing to hold the Assault Space Marines at bay with the Vespid Stingwing squad, which is quite something actually, because they're not the sturdiest of units, even with their sergeant or, well, strain leader attached. And yeah, unfortunately, they're just forcing the Space Marines to retreat. Just too much firepower really coming their way. And yeah, that's, as you heard, that's 30 seconds. We got 30 seconds until the Tau would win the game. I don't see any Space Marines decapping their points, so yeah, unfortunately, it looks like yeah, the Tau will take this game. And yeah, interesting, the Space Marines just complaining about Tau being Imber, and Twist Killer just trying to agree with that. So Sacrag was unfortunately not too impressed with his performance in the game, obviously, and how the indeed, and how the Tau managed to fare so well. So yeah, overall not such a bad game. It mostly consisted of Tau being on the offensive and Space Marines being on the defensive, although we did see a counter-attack around here, a very brave counter-attack until Space Marines ran into the main force of the Tau. So I don't know, a couple of things I could probably improve was maybe trying to cut down on the number of Assault Marine squads, so maybe have one Assault Space Marine squad just to act as disruption and to have more ranged fire support, but well, not too bad though, they both played right. So until post another video about a new replay or maybe some news about something, this has been Damien Davidovich signing off.